I love driving the MX-5 in all seasons, and back in the winter, after the latest one launched, I told you that you could and should drive yours all year round because it's a total blast in the snow, and mostly because all the stuff that makes this machine great to drive on a circuit in warm weather also makes it a real winter-ready driver's car too. I ended that winter test drive saying we'd be back to drive the latest MX-5 again when it wasn't freezing, and I'm keeping my promise.
Well, now here we are again. The sun is out, there's no snow, and although I'm wondering whether the black flies and mosquitoes are worse than the cold and ice, we're going to take another look at the new MX-5 in the sort of weather where most folks enjoy it, and a closer look at the MX-5's slick new lid too.
This is the new MX-5 RF, that's retractable fastback, and Mazda says it's for an apprehensive convertible shopper who might be leaning more towards a coupe. Go with the RF and you get, well, two key differences from the standard MX-5. First, a new look. This timeless fastback body gives the MX-5 a new shape. It's more distinctive, more exclusive, and if you're after something that looks more like an upscale coupe than a conventional ragtop, well, here's your answer. The painted hard panel lid makes the MX-5 look a bit more formal and sophisticated than the cheaper fabric one, which makes you look a bit more like a boss if you're driving one around. Second, you get added convenience since the motorized hard panel roof is here or gone in mere seconds at the touch of a button, provided you're driving at walking speed or less. Looks and convenience aside, nothing much else changes, and that's a very good thing. You get the same lightweight and compact body, engineered painstakingly to keep weight down. And even though opting for the powered roof adds about 113 pounds, you don't really feel it, and neither does the 155 horsepower engine. This 2-liter 4-cylinder running Skyactiv technology and a 13:1 compression ratio. The engine is snarly and eager, and though its output on paper isn't mind-boggling, it's got more than enough snap to fire this little drop top along in a hurry when you keep it spinning fast. Look how far back the engine sits under the hood. That's to keep weight balance at or near perfect. Power is handled by this 6-speed manual, and you've got to get it. Mazda spent countless hours studying how people shift to come up with what they figure is the perfect shifter in terms of throw, height, weight, and action. The clutch is grabby, not smushy, and it holds decent power for fast launches. Best thing, it's also finely tuned with the sporty driver in mind that you'll be shifting, heel and towing, and rev matching perfectly right out of the gate. It feels like the car is reading your mind. That extends to the handling and steering too. The expert setup of the chassis means no system overpowers or overwhelms any other. Notably, the steering is quick and highly responsive without feeling nervous or twitchy, and the brakes bite hard, fast, feeling the most precise when you work them hard. When you get to flinging the MX-5 around some fast corners and pushing or sliding it around with little throttle blips and lifts, or steering from the rear with a touch of the brakes, it just dances beneath you, squirming, shifting, and sliding around its axis predictably, never intimidating, and always encouraging and supporting you in your endeavors towards motoring monkey business.
This is not a tire-smoking drag racer of a car, and it doesn't need to be. With just the little 155 horsepower engine, there are two big benefits. First, it's amazing on fuel. You can drive the absolute bananas out of this thing all day long, and it just sips the gas. And second, based on the fact that it's more fun to drive a slower car fast than a faster car slow, you can just give this thing absolute heck at every turn if you're so inclined, and it just loves it, and so will you.
Thankfully, when you're not driving it like a hooligan, it's happy to just go for a leisurely cruise. The cabin is snug and you sometimes feel like you're wearing this car more than you're sitting inside of it, but the engine has decent low-end torque for oozing through city traffic with minimal throttle and revs. It's so small you can park it anywhere with ease, and since the roof doesn't take up any trunk space, you've got room for a few bags in back, whether it's nice out or not. Plus, the tester's Bose stereo, heated leather, Bluetooth, central command interface, and powerful Xenon headlights make it an ideal companion for long-distance driving, day or night. So here's a proper sports car that feels and looks more like a coupe than a convertible with the roof up, while maintaining core MX-5 attributes in full. There are a few compromises though. The motorized top requires being stopped or close to it and takes about 15 seconds to work. That's quick, but I can work the manual cloth top in about 3 seconds at any speed I like. Top-down noise levels seem a little higher in the RF and require you to shout a little at highway speeds for a conversation. Plus, with the rear body remaining in place behind you, the blind spots don't disappear with the top down, and the feeling isn't one of a pure open-air convertible. There's the price too. An RF will relieve you of a few extra $1,000 over the standard MX-5. Further, you lose a touch of trunk space and a little headroom. The difference is under an inch, but in a car this snug, even an average-sized guy like me has to recline the seat a touch more than ideal to keep one's cranium away from the ceiling. Of course, in any case, this is a car meant to be enjoyed with unlimited headroom. And that sort of answers the question, which one would I buy? I love what the RF's roof does for the styling, but I love the instant access to top-down motoring from the soft top even more, and the quieter top-off ride, and the touch of extra headroom for me means a more comfortable driving position when the roof is up. Plus, the thousands of dollars I'd save means a lot of money left over for tires, brake pads, and lapping day admission. Provided you're okay with the compromises, the RF is a better looking machine with the roof up, but I'd rarely be seeing the roof up in my MX-5 anyways, so I'll have the soft top, please. Thanks for watching.